Mpumalanga launching its division of the High Court. We cross to our reporter Abongile Dumako, who's in Mbombela for us. Abongile, so that the court has been opened, and that's obviously very good for local people there. They don't have to go to far-flung places to get justice. Tell us more.
Certainly. Good afternoon, Nompu. President Cyril Ramaphosa took to that podium. In fact, that was just after he actually cut the red ribbon, officially launching this High Court division of Mpumalanga. Of course, assuring citizens of this province that this is one of its kind, technologically advanced, that will actually see to it that all the cases that are being attended to by the High Court here in Mpumalanga will receive that much needed, speedy attention, saying that the issues of gender-based violence, the issue of women, having little or minimum access to the justice system of the country will really be a thing of the past. Appealing, of course, to those officials who will be sort of presiding over these many cases that are happening through the length and breadth of Mpumalanga, to make it a point that fair justice is exercised in this province, to actually make it a point that which they are doing as government, which is to go back to the drawing board and deliver the basic services to the people. You'll remember as well, Nombu, that the very Mpumalanga is the last province to have its own, High Court, having been reliant on the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria for many cases, and of course many second courts sitting around the province. Now they've got their own provincial court that is under Judge M.F. Lekhodi, who would actually be in the stewardship leading that court. Saying, of course, as well as the launch was taking place, that capture in Mpumalanga under his stewardship will not even have a room to live. He'll make it a point that he speaks to his judges. He'll make it a point that he speaks to everybody who is involved in the justice system of this province, to make it a point that they go the other way when it comes to having to sort of get absorbed and be captured as those who are the custodians of the justice system of the country.
Abongile, a couple of questions. What about capacity at the court? Is there going to be enough capacity in terms of judges and so on, so that they can manage any caseloads that come their way? And also, what are the local people saying about the officially opened High Court? They must be quite happy.
Certainly, let's start with the locals. The locals, those that were attending the actual proceedings when it was being officially launched, they did express their gratitude. They did express their satisfaction, of course, happiness as well, saying that now they don't have to travel long distances to have access to, proper justice system in the Mpumalanga province, saying that at least Mbombela is at least more central compared to the fact that what people will have to go to Pretoria for their cases to be attended to. And of course, our colleagues, as Pepile Kunene amongst them, have been, crisscrossing here in the province, actually talking to the locals who actually did express the fact that they're actually happy that this indeed has happened in their province. And of course, with the capacity, the Premier of the province, Refilwe Mtsweni, who spoke to her earlier today, saying that she's actually making a call to all those who work in the justice system, including your lawyers, to come to the province, especially those who are born here, who've decided to go and work somewhere else across the country, to come back here and actually attend to their locals and be the first people that will be regarded as the point of call for those who seek assistance. And of course, Minister of Justice and Correctional Services Ronald Lamula as well, saying that if he was not in government, he was actually going to make it a point that he comes and actually works here in this court, but saying that the space is open. Everybody who feels that they need to partake in the proceedings and everything that goes through within these courts, this High Court of Mpumalanga that is recently launched today, they are more than welcome to come. Something that I think one can take as a step in the right direction, Nompu, especially because the justice system is known for always having backlog when it comes to cases. And of course, Ronald Lamula saying that technology now will allow for cases not to actually sit in these 12 courtrooms that this court comprises of. The technology will allow people to be able to know whether or not their case will be postponed prior in advance, so that if they don't have to come here all the way, they don't have to come here, it's postponed without having to go in a courtroom sit with all these processes taking place before in a case is actually being postponed or anything of that sort. So yes, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement among the officials in government, the greater part of Mpumalanga, which comprises of the many thousands of residents who are dependent onto the justice system, especially those who suffer from gender-based violence and other social ills.
Abongile, thank you very much for your report, my colleague there, Abongile Dumako.